handoff here to his running back. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. It's already 2nd and 12. The defense hoping to push them back more. Out of the gun, Tannehill. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Tannehill on first down. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. Jarvis Landry. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jarvis Landry, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Dolphins are going to take a first-quarter lead. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And the kicker commits the kicker's cardinal sin. He kicks it out of bounds. Yeldon, the lone running back. Bortles now on first down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, a great read, and it's picked off. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. And the Dolphins getting set to go here. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They've got to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time, and that'll bring up second down. And on your screen, the offensive starters, Jarvis Landry, a guy that we profile.
Love his game. Not only is he going to beat you with athleticism, he's going to outwork you as well, and look for him to hurt you also in the kick return game.
Here's Tannehill. And he's got his man on the comebacker. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
On second down, here's Tannehill. This is intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Hit as he threw it. Charles, that ball's got to come out quicker.
It does, and the way that that happens, know where you need to go with the ball in pre-snap. Has to read the coverage, has to have a great idea so he knows he can get rid of it right now to an open receiver.
Because he had no back in there to protect him with that 5-wide set.
So you know what, you become your own blitz control because you've got to deliver the ball and know you're going to get hit.
He's going to go up top again. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. Now look at the starting unit, and here's to you, Mr. Robinson.
Oh, I like that one. Allen Robinson, I love coming out of Penn State. Everyone kept telling me he's not fast enough, and I kept pointing to the film and saying yes, but he catches everything. He's definitely a threat.
Bortles will try again on second down. This is Yeldon on the dump off. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. And let's run through the Dolphins' defense.
And Ndamukong Suh provokes a whole lot of conversation. But at the end, everyone agrees. Defensive tackles in the NFL.
Here we go now.
Bortles again here on 2nd and 10. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Andre Howe. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. And out come the Dolphins now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And time to take a look at the Jaguar defense.
K'Wan Short came out of Purdue as one of the top-rated defensive tackle prospects. Now he's one of the top-rated NFL players.
Blue 10. Blue 10.
To throw on second down is Tannehill. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
It's a gain of 14 there, and it's first down Miami.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Now a play fake here on first down. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Jaguars getting set to go. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
To throw, it's Bortles. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a third down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller's sheet, They have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. They come up in an offset eye. Now they'll run it on the toss. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Dolphins in possession of the football. And they've got it here with a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he cuts it out left sideline. Room ahead. And all the way down to the 9. A big play that time for the Dolphins. 43 yards on the ground. They've made goal line offense a priority on the practice field this week. This is exactly the situation they've been prepping for. And from the 9-yard line now, it's first and goal. And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal.
I know he might be a little winded after that previous long run, but now you're in goal-to-goal situation.
He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Their big tight end. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. A post to the tight end for 6. Gosh, those guys are so tough to cover, aren't they? Just in general, tight ends running those patterns near the goal line.
Because you have to decide how you want to treat them. Are they a wide receiver? Are they a big extra blocker on the field? Or are they a hybrid and caught in between? So are you going to use a linebacker? Are you going to use a safety? Are you going to even move a corner in if you're going to play nickel or dime defense? They usually win those matchups because they have an answer for all 3 of those positions.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Back to the air on second down. It's Bortles. And that's incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he's brought down after a good gain. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
Shift together here from the D-line. A first down carry now for Yeldon. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. Coach hinted to us that we may see some old power football here in this game. We got a taste of it on that first down run.
I love how he handed it to us, and then when we were watching practice, we were watching what they call inside drill with the offensive and defensive line, and they kept putting more defenders on the other side and saying, block that. I don't care how many guys are in there. I want to run the football this week. And, boy, it has paid off for them in this game. When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On second down, here's Yeldon. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Now this will be the 9th play on this drive. So now it's 1st and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. It's the fullback, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars have cut it back within a score. Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. They come out here in the eye. Bortles will keep it. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. So a pause here for us as well. Time to pay some bills. We'll come back to Miami after this. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Blake Bortles, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are back within a score. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They come up in an offset eye. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
You don't have to be a finished product to show some pretty good glimpses of what could be in this league, and we just saw an example of it on that nice run there. When I looked at him coming out of college, I saw a guy with raw, terrific ability. I couldn't wait to see how it was going to be harnessed and polished up in the NFL. In fact, some people thought he could play a little slot receiver as well as run the football. This guy has the ability to be a big-time player with more seasoning.
Tannehill going deep here for Landry. And that's caught. Did he stay in bounds, though? He did not. Ruled incomplete.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Wide open receiver complete. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. toss. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down. Play action. It's Tannehill. And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
Third and 20, and no surprise, the defense in the dime. Now Tannehill. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Ready, wide, zebra.
On 2nd and 10, Tannehill. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9. And they need 10 yards out of it on third. Throwing on third down, Tannehill going for it all. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver. And fourth down coming up. Now it's Andrew Franks on for Miami. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And this is going to be no good. He missed it off to the left, and this score will stay right where it is. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is... And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Now TJ Yeldon. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you up to Orlando, and with our EA Sports halftime report, here's Larry Ridley. This one taken from the 7. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Bortles now to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Well, when defensive coordinators game plan to put pressure on a quarterback, they often want to use blindside rushes, and that's exactly what they did there. The cornerback gets to him and drops him.
Green, 90.
On 2nd down, here's Bortles. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
And he dropped it. Now it was tipped. Altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it. And now 4th down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch it. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away.
Yeah,
defense,
got the lead. Yeah.
we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see what the offense gets done. And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
3rd and 11. And some extra depth to the secondary here. They're in the dime. He's going to try and go deep again. And, oh, what a catch that time by Landry. It's a big play for the Dolphins here on 3rd down. 48 yards. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
Well, they just treated 3rd and long as simply an opportunity to make an even bigger play. Normally, you're just trying to pick up the first down and you know where the sticks are. They took this thing way downfield. Confidence in the receivers to go up and make a play, even with defenders around them. So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
And when you're running the football, one thing you don't want to see is a big boy coming up there to swallow you whole in those D tackles and nose tackles.
No, you're actually counting on your big boys to protect you from them. But on that play, the defensive tackle had the leverage, and he won the battle. No gain, correct?
No gain. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. Now they'll run it on the toss. And eventually brought down, but it's near the 5 at the 6. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets them up 1st and goal.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
And he whips that one incomplete there. Try to get it to Landry there, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Well, the numbers have been... Now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, look, credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot, but they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
So still 7 yards to go here on 3rd down. It's 3rd and goal. It'll be a gain of 5, but they do keep them out of the end zone, and now it's 4th down.
This is where you're probably weighing the score and the clock. 3rd quarter, so maybe it's a little early to start worrying about how much time is left in the game. But if you kick the field goal, you make it a 2-score game. A tough balance and a tough decision for any coach to make.
So he missed a field goal earlier, but he says not this time, and he's able to knock it through to give his guys 3.
And that's all you want as a kicker, a chance to redeem yourself. You got to have a short memory if you're going to survive at this level, and he's able to get back on track.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Second down now after the incompletion.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
He's going to wind up and air it out. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now, in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that?
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. A great read, and it's picked off. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. So now here come the Dolphins. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe bashed it.
Super toe.
So the D-line's going to spread out. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some space here. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Really good, skillful, tough running throughout this contest. Picked up first down after first down. He's got to have a nickname, doesn't he? How about the human first down machine? I think that fits.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Now they'll run it on the toss. Room here to run. A good pickup there at 22.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3.
One of the things that I observed when Dante Fowler was coming out in the NFL draft, how hard he played the game. Every time I turned on a tape, he was either rushing the passer, making a play, or making a play in space against a ball downfield, or hustling from one sideline to the other. How about that play right there? Making a nice tackle, holding into a short gain.
And Frank's kick is good. Back now in Miami. It's Dolphin football. It's also Dolphin lead to begin quarter number 4. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They go back to the air here after the INT. He's going to let this one go deep. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. A great read, and it's picked off. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They come up in an offset eye. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. And in this situation with the lead, 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take. Puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives them a new set of downs.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
And finally, he's taken down at the 18. Big run here in the 4th as they continue to wear down this defense.
And that's when the offensive line coach clicks onto the headset and says, head coach, offensive coordinator, let my guys fire out and hit people. We're wearing them down. Let's finish them off with the running game.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. Tannehill. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
On 3rd and long, it's Bortles. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. To throw, it's Bortles. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. And they're not able to convert on 4th down. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action. Now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kissed it on the ground.
And he's got this one down to the 10. 9 good yards there on the run, and now 3rd down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the 1st down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it. Be aggressive because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll make it a 2nd down. And they're going to speed things up here. Bortles to throw on 2nd down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught inside the 15. In the red zone this time. Into the red zone. It's Bortles. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. 2nd down now after the pass completion. And now they're in the hurry-up. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic, and people wanting to put a little contact on it. Really well done.
Here's Bortles to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Aaron Lynch in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. This will be caught at about the 6. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. First and goal here from the 2. They'll try to punch it in with Yeldon. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. So stuffed from the 2. Now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space. All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent.
And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. T.J. Yeldon with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit. And they're able to cut the deficit to 12. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This is taken at the 3. A strong running. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field. And the Dolphins offense now ready to go back out on the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. 3rd and long. It's Tannehill. He's going to float this one deep right side. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. It's a big play there for Miami. 43 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And that one incomplete as it stops the clock, reading 18 seconds to go.
And that was a nice play. He knocked it away, but obviously you want the interception in this situation. You want to take away any chance that they have any decision to make on fourth down. But things happen so quickly in the end zone in this compressed area of the field that you're just happy to knock it away and not allow a touchdown.
Wide 20. Wide 20.
And they give this time to the tailback. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. They stop him on 4th and goal at the 3. And the Jaguars are able to come up with a goal line stand. And not great starting field position here for the offense. Back near his goal line. Here's Bortles. He's going to let it fly. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Well, an incomplete pass certainly doesn't look like a good play. For the guy throwing it today, as many interceptions he's thrown, he's got to feel a sigh of relief that the ball actually hit the ground and didn't go in the other direction.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Green 39. Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail. Here we go now. Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail.
One final try now for Bortles. Now a desperation throw deep. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. A great read, and it's picked off. And that will write a finish to this ball game. And a little pride throughout the organization here, because they said going into the regular season 8 wins was the benchmark. They can check that box off the list.
And let's face it, many teams are going to say, well, 8 wins, how much is that? That's a big number for this team, and that was a great goal. And to reach it, that's just going to give them confidence moving forward.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Dolphins are winners here as we say so long from South Florida.
Draw, hard to